A friend sent me this. I've been telling y'all that baby boomers are the most selfish generation in American history. Look at this chart. Look at it. Baby boomers are only 24% of the population, but they are taking up what looks like half of the wealth in the United States right now. They not moving off of no Congress seats. And while you might think that, yeah, they're going to pass on a lot of these assets, some are, but they plan on dying with zero. This is also the same generation that allowed things like this to happen, allow college prices to go up by almost 170%, allow a housing shortage to happen that forced prices to go up. That was a choice. You think college tuition is just supposed to go up on its own like that? No, that was a choice. And they chose to cut that for your generation. That was a choice. Why was housing so cheap for their generation? That was because after soldiers came home after World War II, they decided to put so much money into housing for all those soldiers. And because of this generation, they knew that people were having kids like crazy. And they gave all those soldiers benefits. They built housing knowing for a fact that they were going to have a growing population. The millennial generation, the kids of those kids, were also going to be the second biggest generation in history. What did they do? Nothing. Nothing. They knew that we were going to be the next biggest generation and decided not to build housing to create supply and demand and make their houses worth more. Supply and demand. That's a choice. That is a specific choice. And also, will you notice it? Really pay attention to this chart. Really pay attention to it. It's so crazy that you had to group in millennial and Gen Z in the same piece of pie. The oldest millennials were born in 1981, and you had to combine us and Gen Z, and we still don't make up the biggest piece of pie here. All the time while these things were changing, housing, college, all of that stuff, all the time when they were doing that, making it harder for people to buy houses, making it harder to go to college, making it more expensive to have kids, and then complaining about the birth rate later. They were blaming millennials for lattes and avocado toast. Because avocado toast is why you can't buy a $430,000 house. That was the reason, as opposed to you voting down affordable housing in your neighborhood. The toast, not the vote.